Hello, my name is Dan Oakes. I'm the creator of Cookin' and the founder of DVO Enterprises. And boy, have we made it easy to import your recipes from Pinterest. When you launch the latest version of Cookin', you're going to see a dialogue like this. Cookin' has the ability to import your recipe pins from Pinterest. Would you like to do this now? Heck yes, I would. To import your recipes from Pinterest, the first step is to log into your Pinterest account. Alright, that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to give Cookin' permission to access my Pinterest boards. Select the boards that you want to import and click the Add button. Alright, I have quite a few boards here. For this demo, I'm just going to choose one. Let's go with this desserts board, and then I click the Add button, and there it is. And when I'm all done, I click Apply and Close. There are 14 recipe pins in the boards you selected. Since capturing these recipes could take a while, Cookin' will work on this in the background so you can have fun using that now. Cool. One more thing. If you happen to pin something new to Pinterest tomorrow, Cookin' will get that too. Each time you use Cookin', Cookin' automatically checks for new pins and captures those too, so you can keep using Pinterest. Wow, really cool. Oh man. So now there's this tab right here. See that? It's working in the background, and it's going through and it's capturing all my Pinterest pins. Let's take a look at it. Importing Pinterest recipe 6 of 14. Every board in Pinterest becomes a chapter in Cookin', and every pin in Pinterest becomes a recipe in Cookin'. So in a second here in the cookbook library, we're going to have a new cookbook with a new chapter called Desserts. Here it is. My Pinterest account was called Cookin' Recipe Organizer, so this cookbook is called Cookin' Recipe Organizer's Recipes. And inside here, there's a chapter called Desserts. Now when I click on this, I see my dessert recipes. Look at that. It imported all of my recipes from the desserts board in Pinterest and created a chapter called Desserts. Now here's a couple tricks I'm going to show you. Some little secret things that you may not know, because what I did just now was pretty straightforward. Really cool, but you could have figured that part out. Here's the thing that you may not know. You ready for this? See, I may not want my Pinterest recipes in this cookbook. I mean, I've got this Dan's Recipes cookbook, and I want my recipes there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to collapse this and expand this, and then I'm going to take this desserts chapter and drag it over here and drop it on my Dan's Recipes cookbook. And there it is. And now that I've moved that chapter out of here, this cookbook is completely empty, and I don't even need it. So I'm going to right-click on it and choose Delete. Yes. So now I've got my cookbook here with the recipes I've typed in, the recipes I've captured and scanned and so forth, and I have the recipes I've pinned from Pinterest in my desserts chapter as well. And even though I deleted that cookbook and moved this chapter, Cookin' still knows that this chapter is connected to that Pinterest board, so anything new that I pin next week, Cookin's going to import and get that as well. So that's pretty cool. Now there's something else that's really cool that you probably don't know about. Now check this out. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to search for Pinterest Brown-Eyed Baker, because she has a Pinterest account with some fantastic recipes, and I would love to get those into Cookin'. Here's the cool thing. You can. I just go to her Pinterest account, and where it says boards, I click there because I want to go see her boards. And now I can choose any one of these boards, or several of these boards, or all of them if I want, and import them into Cookin'. Here's a turkey recipes board that looks pretty good. I'm going to click on this. And now when you get to this screen where you're looking at the board, just click up here in the address bar and right click and copy this URL. Once you've copied it, switch back to Cookin'. Click here the preferences button on the top right corner of the toolbar. And then just right click here where it says board URL and choose paste. Now I've got that address in there, and I can click this green arrow to add it to my list of boards that I'm importing from Pinterest. And now when I click Apply and Close, Cookin's going to go and capture all those recipe pins from the turkey recipes board in Pinterest from Brown-Eyed Baker, importing Pinterest recipe 8 of 30. Oh man! So think about that. You can import the recipes you've pinned, which is really cool, but you can also import recipe pins from other Pinterest accounts as well. And that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's my cookbook, Brown-Eyed Baker's Recipes, and in there is a chapter called Turkey Recipes. Cool, look at this. Oh man, I've got all these. That was so easy. It went pretty quickly too. Zucchini turkey with meatballs. I gotta see this recipe. Sorry, I got sidetracked. With zoodles. Wow. Looks like oodles of zoodles. Oh man, I'm telling you what. This is gonna be so fun. Oodles of zoodles. Yum. Now here's the thing that's cool. I can do the same thing here. I'm gonna drag this chapter over and drop it on Dan's recipes. Alright, there it is. And now the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click here to the Edit tab. I'm going to edit this chapter name. I'm going to call this, so I don't forget, Brown-Eyed Baker's Turkey Recipes. And then save it. Okay, so now I've got my desserts chapter, and I've got Brown-Eyed Baker's Turkey Recipes. And I don't need this cookbook anymore because this one is empty. So I'm going to just click Delete. Yes. And like I said, even though I renamed this chapter and moved it and deleted the cookbook, Cookin' still knows that it's connected to this chapter. And anything that Brown-Eyed Baker pins next week or tomorrow or whenever, Cookin's going to get that too. As long as I launch Cookin'. Every time I launch Cookin', and when I'm using Cookin' from time to time, every hour or so Cookin' goes out and says, hey, are there any new pins? Are there any new pins? And it's constantly polling and checking, and if there are, it'll import them automatically. So use Cookin' daily to get those recipes. There are more and more people getting Cookin'. More and more people are using Cookin', capturing their Pinterest recipes, having a ball with it. Do your friends a favor. Do your family a favor. Tell them about Cookin'. They're going to thank you for it. Their lives are going to be better off, and they're going to love this app just like you love it. So tell them, hey, you got to get Cookin' good looking.